Hey guys, I'm Ash, and this video will be called Reasons to Live. I've been through so much in my 16 years of life, it's not funny. I've battled these demons forever, and it feels like it's never going to get better, but trust me, it will. I've had those days where you just feel worthless, where you feel useless, where you just want to exit the place and never return. I know what it feels like. I've been there. I'm still going through it, and I think I'll be going through it for a long time. But my thing is, there's always a reason to live. Suicide isn't the option, even though it may feel like it some days. People self-harm, and I know I do sometimes, not all the time. But people just judge you when you tell them you self-harm because they think it's just wrong. They don't realise that you're taking out your mental pain through physical pain. It doesn't last a long time, but it does. It leaves you with scars, battle wounds. I've had that happen to me. I don't have many scars because I don't do it that often, but I know what it feels like. So, these are my reasons to live. You can take them or find your own reasons, but these are my ones. I care about myself too much to live. That's an obvious. I don't like what I am, what I've become, with all these monsters, these demons in my head, but I do care about myself. And I know I'll get through this. I believe I can find other options to my problems instead of just going out and killing myself. I know that sounds really harsh to people that do it, but I know it's not cowardly to do that because I've had friends who've done that and it's hit quite hard, and they just felt like nothing, like the pain will never leave. I still have many things to do in life, and it hasn't happened yet, and I know it will. I still want to go to university. I still want to get a job, have kids, get married. I don't want my own parents to bury me. It would be the worst thing. It would be the worst thing if I had to bury my kids. I couldn't put my mum and dad through that. I've thought about every time I've been at a suicide thought, I've always felt like I couldn't do that to my mum and dad. I couldn't do that to my little brother. I just couldn't. I always have hope that things will improve and my future will be happier than it is now. And I know from people that have passed this that it is better. Sometimes it isn't, but sometimes when you get help early on your stages, it will get better. And that's how I figure it out. I want to experience all that life has thrown at me, all that life still has left to give me, to offer, experiences that I haven't had yet. I want to go bungee jumping, I want to go skydiving. Like I said before, I want to get married and have kids. I want to have a happy family. It's just, they're the reasons that you should stay. I believe that everything has a way of working out. It will work out in the end. I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's worth it. I know that's another quote that people say, but that's what I go through. That's how I think about it. It's worth it, but it's worth it in the end, even though it will be so hard. I believe I can find a purpose in life, a reason to live. Out of all my reasons, there will be one reason that I'll stick to it. My goal, my attitude towards life will change when I get happier. I have a love of life. When I'm with my friends, I'm not like this. I'm not the depressed bipolar kid that people hate to be around. It's the one that they love. They love the Ash that they grew up knowing, that the happy one. So sometimes I put on fake ones when I'm having bad days, but most of the time when I'm with them, they always bring out the best in me. No matter how badly I feel now, it will not last. Your pain will leave. It will take a while, but your pain will leave. It won't be there forever. It will leave, and I promise that. Please don't take suicide as an option. Life is too beautiful, too precious. There's people who are fighting for their life that wish they could last longer. I know that might hurt people who listen to this and think, oh yeah, why would they want to be alive when I don't? Well, when you're on death row, it'd be hard. It's hard to explain because I've never been on death row yet. But they have the purpose that they want to live. They just want to survive. It's hard to explain. I'm curious about what will happen in the future, what my future brings, what you should be curious about what your future will bring. If you will get married, if you will have kids, what your job will be, what your ambitions in life will be. And I see no reason to hurry the death along. Even though you may feel like you wish you were 6 feet under. But never think that. Never actually go through with anything because it will kill the people around you. It will break them down. It will tear them apart. I believe I can adjust or cope with my problems, even though they seem bad now. You'll always get through them. They will always be there. But you'll get through that. You will be able to adjust to it. I wouldn't want my family to feel guilty afterwards. I wouldn't want them to think that this is all their fault, that they weren't good enough, that I didn't love them when I love them more than anything. I know they love me, and I wouldn't want them to feel guilty that they didn't stop their daughter from committing suicide. And I know people don't think of that, but that's one thing you should think of. Even though they don't feel like you love them, they do. They love you more than anything. A lot of people say that they just want to die because they can't take the pain, but people go, they don't want to die, they just want to get rid of the pain, that's why they do it. I'm afraid of the fact of dying. I want to some days, but I'm scared. I'm scared to take those pills and never wake up again, or get that rope around my neck. I couldn't do that. Or slice my wrists open. It's just really hard to just know that people do it. I've got the thoughts, but I don't think I could ever go through with it. I'm scared that I've had 10 attempts trying to kill myself and they've all failed. I've been bullied because of them. I've been called a detention seeking whore. It hurts even more when you know that what you tried to do, you failed. But don't try and kill yourself, because if you fail, you get bullied. No one will understand why you tried, why you did what you did, because why you did it. It's just, no one will understand. They'll just think, oh yeah, she was too petty, she's a coward, he's a coward. They just don't understand. So, just before you take an option, look at the reasons to live. Look at the reasons that people want you here. That you might feel like you're alone in a crowded room. I do all the time. But just know that life will get better. The future holds so much. You might have this stage again in life, but get help early. When you see the symptoms, get help. You'll get help. It will help. And I know that I feel like I'm going to die some days, but yeah, okay.